Hello, dear viewers. Today the tide is low, so I will take the opportunity to catch seafood. Today I only caught a few fish and a lot of delicious mantis shrimp and a clam as big as the palm of my hand. 2 more half-crenate arc along with the small clams. The clams I caught were very big. I'm sure there would be a lot of meat. Please watch the video where I catch seafood and see interesting sea creatures. The seawater is very far away, can you see? And now I'm doing a very familiar action. I'm using a suction device to catch mantis shrimps. It's out, but this one is quite small. I'll release it. There was a very small sentinel crab that was hiding in the sand very quickly, and when I used a spoon to touch it, it immediately raised its 2 pincers to fight. This type of crab is very ferocious. Oh, the seawater has washed it away. Let me catch it. And its size is only about the size of my spoon. It's very small. It's blue and very cute, isn't it? Now I will release it back. I continue to catch mantis shrimp. This plastic tool helps me suck up the sand very quickly. If you don't have tools, you can catch it by hand, but it's very difficult. There is another small mantis shrimp. I don't catch it. Oh my God, at this moment I saw a giant clam on the sand. I think it's just a piece of shell. But unexpectedly, when I picked it up, it squirted water out, and I realized that this was a still alive clam. I was very happy. I had never caught one that big, and it had a pretty high price. I'm so lucky. It's very heavy. Big clams like this are usually in the deep sea, but I picked it up. There were a lot of small shrimp. I was about to catch it, but it was lost in the seawater. What a pity. I continued catching mantis shrimp. I caught it but couldn't see it because it was buried in sand. After I watched the video again, I saw it. What a pity. It's a bit hard to see, but there's a sea anemone underwater. Can you see it? As soon as I touched it, it retreated deep into the sand. There is a long coastline full of beautiful white clam shells. And if you look closely, there are a lot of clams that we just need to pick up to get some delicious dishes. Clams like this are completely alive, and they are washed away by seawater, so they appear on the sand surface. Many people come here to catch these clams. Small clams can be used to make very sweet seafood broth. I really like walking barefoot on sandy beaches full of clamshells like this. Completely painless and with a comfortable, blistering feeling. I continue to catch my favorite mantis shrimp. This type of mantis shrimp is a small-sized variety, where the shrimp is called milk mantis shrimp, unlike the large-sized ones found in the deep sea. Catching mantis shrimp is very interesting. We need to observe carefully, because mantis shrimp will swim away very quickly. Aha! I almost missed it. Catching mantis shrimp is a skillful process between one hand inserting the plastic tube into the sand, while the other hand pulls the rod up, lifts up, and pushes the sand just sucked in the tube out. And look carefully around. This is the shell of the Murex trochili. It looks pretty nice with the spikes, doesn't it? It's a pity because it's just an empty shell. Its meat is quite delicious. Catching mantis shrimp is also very fun. Oh, it swims so fast, I have to chase it. Not all caves have mantis shrimp. About half of the time, I couldn't catch them. The mantis shrimp's cave is about 1 finger wide, so it can be caught. Yeah, this time I caught it with just 1 suction of sand. The mantis shrimp is very smart. It can create 2 interconnected burrows. When in danger, it will escape to that second cave. So when I looked around, I saw a cave with water rising, which was the mantis shrimp's cave. I will immediately switch to catching at that cave if the cave I just caught does not have a mantis shrimp. There's a very beautiful orange snail shell. I don't know what kind of sea snail it is. If you know, please comment for me. This is a Sigonus guttatus fish. It has thorns, and when pierced, it will be very painful. The meat of this fish is very delicious, but it is still small. I will release it back into the ocean later. This is my dog. Her name is Bon Mi. It's asking me to give it a fish by sitting on 2 legs, which is very cute. Do you think it's adorable? It doesn't eat live fish, but when it sees sea creatures, it gets very excited like that. I am trying to catch small fish that are caught in nets, which are fish nets set up by fishermen so that creatures that enter cannot get out and get stuck. Most of the seafood has been harvested by fishermen with small fish remaining. I will catch it and release it back into the sea, or it will die. Now I'm taking small fish and releasing them into the sea, hoping they will live to grow up. Just continue to catch shrimp. The bigger the cave I choose, the bigger the mantis shrimp will be. But there are also exceptions. The cave is big, but the mantis shrimp is small, and vice versa. I consider catching seafood as exercise and health training. My friends and I also like the mantis shrimp dish the most. Fried crispy with very fragrant garlic. Or use it to make a wonderful seafood soup. I saw a very big snail in the sand. I was so excited until when I picked it up, it was just an empty shell. Haha, I was fooled. This shell is as big as my hand and very heavy. Not every day is favorable for catching coastal seafood. I had to time the low tide so the weather wasn't too bad. It's been raining and storming where I live for the past few days, so it's been difficult for me to record videos. If you don't have tools, you can still catch mantis shrimp by hand. But the mantis shrimp digs through the sand very quickly. I have to dig as deep as my arm to catch one. Every time I go catching for about 2 to 3 hours, I get about 0.5 kilograms of mantis shrimp. I will not take a mantis shrimp smaller than a finger. Once in a while, when I go for a walk, I will catch a half crenate arc. Its meat is said to nourish the blood. On its shell, there is a layer of black hair growing out, so I call it a feather clam. If you like the video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please comment and let me know. I will answer your questions. Thank you, my dear viewer. I dug up the sand, and it turned out that a moon crab was hiding. It is digging the sand to escape very quickly. Do you see? It grabbed my spoon, and I discovered it was holding its eggs under its shell. I put it back and didn't poke it anymore. It started to get windy, and there were drops of rain. I bought Bon Mi, a dog raincoat. It looks very funny. Its Bon Mi face is sad. Aha, but wearing a raincoat will help keep Ban Mi from getting cold. I saw a clump of sand rising. It turned out to be an Oliva snail. Its meat is very little, but its shell is beautiful and shiny, so it is used for handicrafts. The sky is now gradually darker. I have to wear a headlamp. there was a half crenate arc sticking out its flesh to hunt. Wow, it's very rare to be able to film a scene like this. I even touched it, and it didn't close its mouth until I closed it for it. Haha. I picked up a very beautiful snail shell from the water. It looked quite hard and had an orange-brown color mixed with white. Oh wow! Another scene where the clam moves by sucking in sand from one side and pushing it out to the other. Looks very interesting, right? When I turned it on, it stopped working immediately. Next to it, there is a crab. Can anyone tell me what crab this is? It's very strange, and I couldn't find any similar crabs. It has a round body, 2 large claws, and the other legs are small. This crab looks a bit weak. Our exploration here comes to an end. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.